Hey everyone, and welcome to the complete October Movie Challenge 2024 Supercut. We went through a different horror movie every night this month, exploring all the thrills, chills, and unexpected surprises along the way. In this video, you'll get every single review back to back from day one all the way to Halloween. It's a horror-packed journey showcasing the entire range of frights we've tackled, from haunted houses to masked maniacs and everything in between. So, settle in, maybe leave a light on, and let's dive into the ultimate horror marathon. And as always, stay spooky, and I'll see you at the end.
What's your favorite scary movie?
So, the plot is we have a creepy small town, a religious cult of killer kids, and a couple that's just trying to pass through.
There's no room for the fornicator!
No
room for the homosexual!
No!
These kids worship He Who Walks Behind the Rose.
I am the word and the giver of his laws. Disobedience to me is disobedience to him.
And yeah, things get weird real fast. And Isaac, the leader of the cult, super creepy. And honestly, that queer-coded villain energy, I am here for it.
He wants you too, Malachi.
And then there's Malachi, Isaac's terrifying right hand. But wait a minute. There's something important that we can't forget. What happened to the dead kid they stuffed in the trunk? Did they just forget about him? My final thoughts. I give this movie 3.25 cars full of corn. It's creepy, it's campy, and it leaves you with so many questions. It's definitely worth a watch. Alright, here's the deal. The movie follows the Lutz family, who moved into this gorgeous house on Long Island. Seems like a dream, right? But turns out the house comes with a deadly secret. A year before, a gruesome murder took place.
I'm living in their house.
And now, the house is full of creepy paranormal activity. George, played by Ryan Reynolds, slowly gets possessed by whatever's haunting the house, and between all the ghostly whispers and doors slamming, we also get a generous amount of Ryan Reynolds being shirtless. I mean, we're talking about Ryan Reynolds chopping wood looking distractingly good, but I digress. The real star here is the house. It's basically a character on its own, with all the terrifying moments that keep the Lutz family trapped in fear. But seriously, can someone just explain to me why they didn't just leave the house when things got bad? That would be literally my first instinct. Although, to be fair, I would never move in the first place. I'm giving the Amityville Horror 3.75 shirtless Ryan Reynolds. It's got suspense, scares, and yes, Ryan Reynolds without a shirt. What more could you ask for? This movie has everything. Campy horror, hilarious comedic moments,
Know who you are.
I'm the famous balloon thief.
and some truly wild conversations with a dead friend.
I realize I don't look so hot, David. But I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I love how David kept chatting with his buddy Jack, despite the whole being dead thing. It really balanced the dark and the absurd.
David, you're hurting my feelings.
Hurting your feelings?
And of course, the transformation scene is iconic.
Jesus Christ!
Seriously, hands down one of the best werewolf, probably the best werewolf transformation in cinema history. The practical effects are unreal, and it really does still hold up today. I'm giving An American Werewolf in London a solid 4 surprise Kermit cameos. Honestly, this movie is just such a fun blend of horror and humor, and between the campy tone and the chats with the decomposing Jack, it really doesn't take itself too seriously, which I love. And let me just say, this doll is terrifyingly sassy.
Have I done something to upset you, Gemma?
It's basically Terminator meets Mean Girls, and I loved every single second of it. Her friendship with Katie starts off sweet, but quickly becomes lethal.
Ow! Let go!
You need to learn some manners, Brandon.
And that dance scene? Iconic.
What are you doing?
But seriously, the idea of AI getting too close and too controlling is, I guess, kind of real, right?
God, I hope not.
It's scary because it feels almost possible. I'm giving Megan 5 sassy robot dance moves. I found myself absolutely falling in love with the villain of the movie, Kerrigan.
Don't you people have cows here?
She's the ultimate kind of campy villain with those dramatic entrances and perfectly evil one-liners.
Dibs, you're taking this way too personally.
She's a villain that you love to hate. She kind of has stepmom from the Parent Trap energy.
Foundation.
To hell with the livestock. What did the old stiff leave me?
And I kind of love that. This movie holds up, too. Casper's journey from ghost to...
Am I alive?
Still ghost, still hits those nostalgic feels, and the blend of spooky and sweet just works.
No problem.
I'm giving Casper 4 whipstaff manners. Brahms is one unsettling doll, and this movie really makes you second guess everything.
It's so nice to meet you, Brahms. I hope that you and I can be friends.
At first, it feels like just another haunted doll story, but then bam! The twist completely changes everything.
There's something.
It's slow-paced, but it really builds the tension so well, and the reveal still gets me every single time.
If there's a spirit in this house, please give me a sign.
I'm giving the boy 4 missing pairs of shoes. If you haven't seen 13 Ghosts before, here's the gist. A family inherits a glass house from their eccentric uncle, and it turns out the house is a giant ghost trap filled with 12 terrifying spirits. The family's forced to navigate the labyrinth while trying to avoid some seriously creepy and creatively designed ghosts. Now let's talk about what makes this movie stand out. First, the production design is off the charts. This movie gives us a house that feels like a character itself, with its glass walls and its eerie machinery. The ghosts, absolutely iconic. Every single one has its own backstory and unique design.
The firstborn son. The torso.
My personal favorites are the jackal and the angry princess.
Go this way. Go, 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 go.
So for my rating, I give 13 ghosts 3 ghosts in a bathtub. It's got that perfect mix of gore, camp, and spooky visuals that'll keep you entertained. If you're a fan of haunted house movies, this one should be on your list. This one's considered a classic, and I was excited to dive in, but let me tell you, it's a bit of a slow burn. Like, imagine waiting for a ghost to slowly roll a red ball down a staircase. Repeatedly. Our protagonist, John, played by George C. Scott, moves into a creepy mansion after a family tragedy, only to be haunted by strange noises, spooky apparitions, and a ghost kid with a tragic past. The movie is dripping with atmosphere, but the pacing felt a bit sluggish. Don't get me wrong, The Changeling sets the mood well. The use of silence, the eerie score, and that haunted mansion, all the ingredients for a perfect haunting. But I found myself waiting for something to happen, and when it did, it felt way too spaced out. So for me, it just didn't hit the mark as much as I'd hoped. I appreciate what it did for the genre, but it's not one that I'd eagerly revisit. That's why I'm giving it a rating of 2 haunted red balls. It's chilling, but it's a bit too slow for my taste. In the Hills Have Eyes, a family on a road trip takes a wrong turn into the barren desert. Only to find themselves hunted by a violent clan of cannibalistic mutants. With the family's RV broken down in the middle of nowhere, survival turns into a savage fight for their lives. The desert landscape adds this overwhelming sense of isolation that makes the tension just unbearable. The standout moment for me, the family's dog Beast goes full-on hero mode. One by one, this dog takes out the mutants, and honestly, it's one of the most satisfying parts of the whole movie. I'm gonna give this movie a rating of 4 delicious Thanksgiving turkeys. If you're into gritty, savage horror with unexpected hero moments, this movie delivers in spades. This film follows 4 high school outcasts who form a coven of witches. They start using their newfound powers to get back at everyone who wronged them.
Oh my god. So bad. What happened? I don't know. What does it look like?
But things quickly spiral out of control as magic comes with its own set of consequences. The Craft is such a nostalgic gem, and honestly, it still slays.
Wow. Are you impressed?
I'm impressed.
Combining teen angst with supernatural thrills, it's both fun and dark, with that perfect dose of 90s magic.
I invoke thee.
Nancy, played by Fairuza Balk, is the definition of chaotic energy and completely steals the show. Every line, every spell, she's iconic.
You don't even exist to me. You don't even exist. You are nothing. You are shit. You don't exist.
Also, who didn't want to try light as a feather, stiff as a board after watching this?
Stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board.
The highlight for me, the slow motion walk down the school hallway with all the power and confidence of a newly formed coven. Wind in their hair, the music, the sheer don't mess with us vibe. It's like the witchy dark cousin to other iconic hallway moments, like the Queen Bee strut in Mean Girls.
Being with the Plastics was like being famous. People looked at you all the time, and everybody just knew stuff about you.
Or the darkly fabulous walk from Jawbreaker. The Craft definitely deserves a place among those classic power walks. So for The Craft, I'm going to be giving it a full 5 light feathers and stiff boards. It's still spellbinding after all these years, and if you haven't seen it yet, add it to your list this Halloween season. Do it right now. Hellraiser is dark, it's twisted, and it brings us the iconic Pinhead.
The box. You opened it. We came.
Highlight moment for me, the unforgettable scene where Frank is resurrected from a mess of blood and goo. Such a visceral, haunting transformation. It's what made Hellraiser stand out back in the day, and it continues to captivate. I'm giving Hellraiser a perfect 5 out of 5 Cenobites. It's a must-watch for any true horror fan, no question. Creep is such a unique take on found footage horror. Mark Duplass plays his character with unsettling precision. You're never quite sure what he's going to do next. A highlight for me, the Beach Fuzz mask scene where Joseph dances in the mask. It's so unnerving and bizarre, it sticks with you long after the movie ends.
Beach Fuzz, I am here, and there's nothing to fear.
I'm giving Creep 4 out of 5 Peach Fuzz masks. Creepy, unpredictable, and definitely worth checking out. Okay, Freddy vs. Jason is just pure slasher fan fun. It's not a highbrow horror film by any means, but it knows exactly what it is. 2 of the biggest horror icons duking it out in a blood-soaked showdown. The highlight for me was that epic final fight between Freddy and Jason. The choreography and sheer brutality make it one of the best crossovers in horror history. I'm giving Freddy vs. Jason 3 out of 5 flaming machetes. It's campy, it's ridiculous, but it really is a great time. Mist is Stephen King's unsettling tale of human fear and desperation, brought to life by Frank Darabont in a way that makes you think deeply about humanity. Highlight for me was the scene in the pharmacy with the spider creatures. It's terrifying and grotesque, and one of the movie's strongest sequences. I'm giving The Mist a solid 4 creepy spider creatures. It's the one that really kicked off the whole self-aware, meta-horror movement and gave us one of the most iconic killers in cinema history, Ghostface. It's a perfect blend of slasher thrills and sharp wit.
I'll look for it. I'll send you a copy.
Keeping you on the edge of your seat while also poking fun at everything you love about horror.
No, it's just, what's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
Scream is one of those films that redefined the genre, and it holds up amazingly well to this day. There's so much to love about Scream, but one of the absolute best scenes has got to be the opening sequence with Drew Barrymore.
Who is this?
Who are you trying to reach?
What number is this?
Well, what number are you trying to reach?
I don't know.
Well, I think you have the wrong number.
Do I?
It happens. Take it easy.
And I think everyone would agree that's the case, and it's truly an iconic opening scene from a movie that everybody remembers.
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
Halloween. You know, the one with the guy in the white mask who walks around and stalks babysitters.
The way it subverts expectations, it truly is just a chef's kiss. I mean, you've got this huge star, and boom, she's gone in the first 15 minutes. Pure genius, really. And of course, the rules of surviving a horror movie that Randy lays down, it's just a whole new kind of commentary on the genre that felt so fresh and so clever for its time.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number 1, you can never have sex.
And let's not forget the star of the movie, the Scream Queen herself, Sydney, aka Neve Campbell. She gives an amazing performance in this movie, which goes on for many more movies to come, with the exception of the most recent Scream sequel, Scream 6.
You sick fucks. You've seen one too many movies.
As for my rating, I'm giving Scream 5 out of 5 voice-changing devices. If you haven't seen it in a while, or if somehow this has slipped through your horror movie bucket list, I highly recommend giving Scream a watch. Misery is a psychological horror film based on Stephen King's novel, and it stars the incredible Kathy Bates and James Caan. The story rolls around a successful author, Paul Sheldon, who's been writing a popular romance series for years. After finishing his latest novel, Paul gets into a car accident during a snowstorm and is rescued by his number one fan, Annie Wilkes.
My name is Annie Wilkes.
I'm number one fan.
Yes, that's right.
But things take a dark turn when Annie finds out that Paul has killed off her favorite character in his latest book.
You dirty bird. How could you? She can't be dead. Misery Chastain cannot be dead.
She becomes obsessed and traps him in her home, forcing him to rewrite the novel.
You'll have to do it over again. It's not worthy of you. Throw it all out. Except for that part of naming the gravedigger after me. You can leave that in.
Alright, let's talk about that moment, when Annie smashes Paul's ankles in the infamous hobbling scene.
Annie, whatever you're thinking about doing, please don't do it.
This scene is seriously one of the most uncomfortable, heart-pounding moments in the movie, and perhaps in horror history.
Trust me.
God's sake.
It's for the best.
Kathy Bates is absolutely terrifying as Annie Wilkes, and this moment just solidifies her performance as an iconic villain.
God, I love you.
The suspense, the tension, it's brutal and unforgettable.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car!
As for my rating, I'm giving Misery a solid 5 out of 5 typewriters. Kathy Bates definitely earned that Oscar for her role, and this movie nails psychological horror. It's a slow burn, but every scene between Paul and Annie is filled with tension and dread. If you haven't watched Misery, you're really missing out. For those of you who haven't seen Blade, first of all, where have you been? Blade is a vampire hunter with all of their strengths and none of their weaknesses, thanks to his unique hybrid nature.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
He wages a one-man war against the vampire world, taking on the sinister Deacon Frost, who wants to bring about a vampire apocalypse and dominate the world. One of the standout aspects of Blade is that it's as much a martial arts flick as it is a vampire movie. Wesley Snipes is electric, and his portrayal of Blade oozes with coolness. The best part of Blade is definitely the high-octane action sequences, that iconic opening scene in the vampire rave club where blood literally rains down from the ceiling, sets up the tone perfectly. Blade walks in, annihilates a bunch of vampires, and we're immediately in for an epic ride. It's one of the best character intros in action horror history. Another highlight? Deacon Frost's cocky and chaotic energy as the villain. His showdown with Blade is intense, but Frost's plan to summon the Blood God makes him a standout in vampire movie villains. I've got to give Blade a solid 4.5 silver stakes out of 5. It is a killer good time that redefined the superhero genre and gave us an action vampire hybrid that still feels fresh decades later. The movie kicks off with the crew of the Nostromo responding to a distress signal on a distant planet. Things quickly take a turn for the worst when they come face to face with one of the most terrifying creatures in cinematic history, the Xenomorph. For me, the highlight has to be the legendary chestburster scene. It's one of the most shocking, gruesome, and intense moments in film history. Even if you know it's coming, it still hits hard. And of course we can't forget Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, an absolute legend and a pioneer of the final girl trope.
Expires in T-minus 3 minutes.
Her final showdown with the alien aboard the escape pod is pure edge-of-your-seat suspense. So what do I rate Alien? I'm giving it 5 out of 5 Joneses, because let's be honest, Jones the cat deserves the love for surviving that nightmare with Ripley. The film is a near-perfect blend of tension, atmosphere, and unforgettable horror. Alien truly is a masterclass in how to build suspense, from its slow burn pacing to the claustrophobic setting. This movie doesn't just throw scares at you, it drags you into the dread, slowly and methodically. Orphan follows a grieving couple who adopts a 9-year-old girl named Esther after losing their baby.
Thank you. My name is Esther.
But as Esther settles in, they start noticing disturbing behaviors, and things take a dark turn. Soon the family realizes Esther isn't the sweet, innocent child that they thought she was.
But trouble does have a way of finding her.
What kind of trouble?
Now, let's talk about the big twist, and spoiler alert, look away now. Don't watch if you don't want to know. Here it is. Esther isn't a child at all, but a grown woman with a rare disorder. That reveal, absolute jaw-dropper. It completely changes how you see the entire film, and it adds a layer of creepiness that just sticks with you. I'm giving Orphan 4 out of 5 twisted paintings. The eerie performances and shocking twist make it a standout in the creepy kid genre, even though it's more of a slow burn at times. In case you somehow missed this iconic movie, The Exorcist tells the story of a young girl, Regan, who starts exhibiting disturbing behavior after being possessed by a demonic entity.
Hey, I think we've got a guest.
You're gonna die up there.
After exhausting all medical avenues, her mother turns to two priests, one of whom is struggling with his own faith, to save her. What follows is a battle for Regan's soul that will leave you on edge the entire time. The highlight for me? I mean, how could I not mention the head-spinning scene? It's one of the most unforgettable, bone-chilling moments in horror history, probably. And of course, Regan's voice twisted by the demon.
Your mother's in here with his curse. Would you like to leave a message? I'll see that she gets it.
And then the levitation sequence. These are all really the moments that truly made this movie terrifying. And let's not forget the infamous murder stares that play such a crucial role. They're almost as iconic as the possession itself. I'm giving The Exorcist a solid 4 out of 5 murder stares. It's an undeniable classic, but some parts, especially if you've seen it a few times, don't quite hit as hard as they once did. Still, it's an absolute must-watch for all horror fans. This slasher flick takes a small town's Thanksgiving celebration and turns it into a blood-soaked nightmare. The movie follows a masked killer who's out for revenge, and the kills are as brutal as they come. One of the highlights? Well, let's just say there's a turkey-related scene that's as memorable as it is gruesome. Eli Roth delivers on the gore, as expected. For all you slasher fans, Thanksgiving is a fun, bloody ride, and I'm giving it 4 out of 5 carvers. It's a wild and darkly humorous take on the holiday horror genre. This classic follows an American ambassador who adopts a mysterious child, Damien, only to discover that he might be the Antichrist. What unfolds is a series of eerie and violent events that spiral into one of the most iconic endings in horror history. Highlight for me, definitely the decapitation scene. It's not just shocking, it's one of the most memorable and impactful horror moments of the 70s. Perfectly executed. No pun intended. I give The Omen 4 out of 5 jackals. The pacing and intensity still hold up, and while it's a bit of a slow burn, it really knows how to make every death count. This horror comedy centers on Jennifer, a high school cheerleader who gets possessed by a demon and starts feeding on her classmates. Her best friend Needy has to step in and stop the deadly rampage. It's full of witty dialogue, dark humor, and some seriously sharp moments. A highlight for me is definitely the pool showdown. It's intense, funny, and such a great clash between Jennifer and Needy. Plus, the blend of horror and comedy in the scene is spot on.
I am going to eat your soul and shit it out, Nicky! You only murder boys.
I go both ways.
I'm giving Jennifer's Body 4.5 devilish smiles. It's underrated, but definitely one of the best horror comedies of its time. This one is a body horror with some sharp satire about fame and beauty. The story of Elizabeth Sparkle's transformation was just unsettling and gruesome enough to keep you on the edge, especially as the side effects pile up.
One single injection unlocks your DNA and will release another version of yourself.
It's a unique look at the pressure of beauty in Hollywood, but be prepared. This one gets messy in the absolute best way possible.
This is The Substance.
I'm giving it 5 out of 5 vials of unknown liquid. The film is a roller coaster that starts as a mystery, takes a hard left into horror, and just keeps building up the insanity. The twist is one of the most memorable in recent horror, and director James Wan really lets loose with this one. A must-see if you're into horror that doesn't hold back. For this, I'm going with 4 out of 5 bloody scalpels. This one's more than a movie, it's a full experience. With campy songs, over-the-top performances, and unforgettable characters, it's a blast from start to finish. Plus, Tim Curry as Dr. Frankenfurter is just iconic. This is one to rewatch every Halloween season, so I'm giving it 5 out of 5 time warps. This one is relentless and has some of the best scares I've seen. From the claustrophobic setting to the real-time terror, it's just pure intensity. And that ending? Absolutely haunting. I'm giving Wreck 4.5 out of 5 handheld cameras. This installment is packed with classic Scream-style thrills, but set in a whole new, high-stakes environment.
Got a problem here, guy?
From iconic subway scenes to the unforgettable chase through New York streets, Scream 6 does not hold back on the tension. We get a fresh, brutal take on the Ghostface legacy while still honoring the original vibe that fans love.
What is this place?
A shrine.
And without giving too much away, let's just say no one is safe this time around.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gale.
This one earns a solid 5 out of 5 Ghostface masks for delivering on suspense, creativity, and for keeping us on edge the entire time. I highly recommend catching this if you're a fan of the franchise. Directed by David Fincher, Gone Girl stars Ben Affleck as Nick and Rosamund Pike as Amy, whose sudden disappearance stirs up a media frenzy and leaves everyone pointing fingers as Nick.
You're probably the most hated man in America right now. Did you kill your wife, Nick?
But as always with Fincher, nothing is as it seems. Rosamund Pike is unforgettable as Amy, delivering a chilling performance that makes you question everything.
Man of my dreams, this man of mine may kill me.
What about
my rating for this one? 3 out of 5 missing posters. It's a solid thriller with memorable performances. It's dark, smart, and full of twists that keep you guessing till the very end. Directed by Robert Rodriguez, this film brings together a group of high school misfits and friends who discover their teachers are being taken over by alien parasites.
Is this going to be on the test?
This is the test.
Think The Breakfast Club meets Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And yes, it's just as wild as it sounds.
You? This is bro, what the fuck? Help me! I can't breathe! Get out!
You've got Josh Hartnett, Elijah Wood, Jordana Brewster, and Clea Duvall as a crew of unlikely heroes, caught between high school drama and an alien invasion. Rodriguez brings a sharp comic book vibe that keeps the tension high and the stakes even higher.
Would Miss Drake please
report to the principal's office.
And let's not forget the mother of mothers, Famke Janssen, who just keeps mothering.
Not today. It's too damn hot, and I got zero fucking tolerance.
Eat me, you asshole. I'm the one with no top.
For me, this one's a solid 4 out of 5 alien slugs. An awesome mix of 90s nostalgia and sci-fi horror. If you're into classic 90s horror, The Faculty is a must-watch. Halloween H20 skips over a few of the earlier sequels and brings us right back to Laurie Strode, who's now living under a new identity, working as a headmistress at a California boarding school, and still haunted by Michael.
Look, I know today is the day, but I think...
Oh, really? What day is that, John?
Halloween.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
The movie nails that 90s horror vibe full of suspense and iconic moments, plus it delivers on classic Halloween tension, especially when Michael finally tracks down Laurie. That final showdown is everything we wanted from a face-off, with Curtis giving a powerhouse performance as Laurie, who's ready to stop running. What makes Halloween H20 so memorable is the return of the original heroine, this time tougher and way more prepared for Michael's deadly game. It's not only a satisfying continuation of Laurie's story, but also a slasher that respects the legacy of Halloween. H20 balances its nostalgic throwbacks with a fresh 90s twist. I'm giving Halloween H20 a fitting 4 out of 5 butcher knives. It's suspenseful, fun, and a great way to bring Laurie and Michael back together for one last epic battle. And that's a wrap on the October Movie Challenge for 2024. We made it through 31 days, 31 movies, and a whole lot of screams. Whether it was creepy cults, iconic slashers, or shocking endings, it's been incredible having you join me for each of these twisted tales. If you enjoyed this horror journey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know which horror movie scared you the most. I'm already thinking about next year's challenge, and trust me, it'll be even bigger, even better, and maybe even scarier. So stay tuned, stay spooky, and I'll see you in the next one.